much until I
Yeah,
don't know. I mean, it's kind of a dicky thing to say or do, but that's just what it boils down to. You either get with the program or
yeah,
you know don't don't try to game with someone and then just be the constant thorn. I
yeah.
mean,
And to see that was kind of the portion of it too, was that the DM was just like, I don't know what to do. Like, I just let him play. We're just all playing, and it's just like we are all playing, but you always have this one over here that's making it rough on everybody, and it just, even the DM, like, it taxed him too, just like what Brax is saying, where uh, he was in an evil campaign, being evil, but if the DM's on board with that and he's cool with everybody being evil or something, then that's great. But if you start having like this split in the journey where two members of the party are evil and three members of the party are good, you're essentially like running two campaigns simultaneously with two different
yeah,
groups.
and that's
Yeah. And I can only imagine like how hard that would get. That's why whenever you came up and said, "Yeah, you two kind of know each other," I was like, "Awesome." Like, at least we can act like
yeah,
friends instead of trying to, because I think that's the hardest part of the campaign, is the beginning, trying to get everybody together. Because
yeah,
you always feel like, what, you just meet in a tavern, you have some common reason to come together, but if you don't really know anything about each other and you can't act like you know anything about each other, that's why I busted Brax's ball so hard about the anvil dropping and all that stuff, was because I felt like our characters already know each other. So
right. And I didn't really want to put up like a even when we brought in the tiefling. Uh, Justin's second character, I wasn't going to be, I didn't want it to be a difficult transition. I was going to try to get him in as it might have been a little forced, but
yeah,
no sense in just trying to make it so difficult that it's just the DM has to run two different campaigns, like you were saying.
yeah. And
I still haven't looked at his.
you still haven't what?
What's up, Longer?
What?
DM the Longer, poor guy.
The lunger, yeah. I got the black lung. Uh, yeah, I still haven't looked at his stuff, so I have no idea what his alignment is. So it could be interesting. But
Right.
he
And I
seems to
didn't
get
want to
along
mention
with you
that in
guys.
game that
It definitely
he did have
seems.
a heavy mod on it too. I got that. I didn't want to mention it in game yet. I figured we could maybe take care of it the next session. But on his attacks, he had a +4 mod that was just I wasn't sure where it was coming from.
Yeah, I sent you a message about that on.
Yeah, I got the message. I'll take a
Yeah,
And I'm not
if
trying
I
to like
can.
call.
Yeah,
Go
no, I get it. I want a fair campaign too. Because we saw what that fucking force laser thing did, and holy shit, man! And that's a
Yeah,
if that's a cantrip,
yeah, and
that's
and
getting like
it
it's
only gets
murdering
better.
people.
Yeah, it only
So
gets better. That's like the warlock's bread and butter. They don't really get too crazy beyond that, but their Eldritch Blast takes on different forms where after you hit somebody, it can push them back. The damage goes up on it. I think at like fifth level or something like that. I think there's even a way that they even get two attacks with it at some point. So I mean, it's one of those
and
things
that's
that
like
that's just one thing that if they did, it's just like Brax. If Brax had a sudden like
that's
plus
basically my
four,
axe swing.
yeah. If he
Yeah,
had
but
like a
that's a +9 he's getting right now instead of probably. Well, my best configured would be like a +5 instead of a +9, I
Yeah,
guess.
that's what I'm thinking too. I mean, I tried to look it up just
But
during the play to see if there
I
was
didn't want to
something I
make a
could see, but
right, and I didn't want to make a big deal of it because hell, he missed practically the whole damn session tonight because he got killed in the first battle,
right,
and it's a pain. It can be someone's trying to rush a character to get back in. I get that because hell, even when I first made my character, my damage wasn't set right. I was doing a little too much damage. We could finally. I didn't even click on it till we finally kind of looked at it and could see. So I get it. I mean, and I'm not one to big to hammer as a lawyer or anything like that. I just I even didn't pay attention when I realized, or Empty Vials sent me tell us like, don't you supposed to have disadvantage because I did a reckless attack, and even though I got attacked once and missed, that's when I
yeah,
was like, oh crap, DM. By the way, I get another swing on me. I just
yeah,
wanted to keep it
that's a good call. I'm glad you guys are helping.
because,
Got a
and it's
lot.
easy to miss, dude. Because hell, when you're the DM, dude, you got so much shit going on. You're dealing
right,
with
Yeah,
players, personalities, initiative order, monster HP and abilities.
See,
So you kind of expect the players to have to manage their stuff as well.
that's the other thing.
I definitely need you guys' help. So
yeah,
I appreciate you guys stepping up and saying, "Hey, we're fucking this up." You
Or
know
like,
what I mean?
right.
And I could have been like, I still have my javelins, but I didn't say it. I didn't look for them. I didn't click. So I just made sure,
Right.
if you don't have something, you don't have something.
Well, it's just like our horses
Yeah.
too. Like, I know our horses are still near that cave pretty much. They weren't attacked. They, we just got off of them and started going toward the wagons and all that. So I mean, somebody will come across them, right? But it is one of those like. It's something so far in the back of your head about how much stuff you're trying to think about and handle, and it's the same thing. Like I ran a campaign. Actually, the campaign that I joined Brax on, it ended up. I know it was his uncle that was DMing it, and I would just say like, "Oh, well, can I do this?" And he's like, "No, like, you know." You need to tone that stuff down type thing. And I was just like, well, I mean, I don't understand. Like, I'd never played tabletop before, right? And it is very different in Roll20 because Roll20, you don't like see little miniatures and you don't get to like put little tokens on everything. Like, oh, okay, he's using reckless attack. I'll denote that by this little item on top of his character. Like little markers and stuff. So it'd be a lot easier to track. But instead, it's just, I would even say, I would use the little color things on the tokens for that instead of like saving throws, because the death saving throws really, it's so few and far between. We should be able to keep track of that pretty easily. But I would try to make as much use out of all of the icons and everything else that you possibly can to make things easier.
Well, yeah, he did with the raids. That helped me too
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So
Exactly.
And God, dude, I still was questioning myself, like, because when I'm stabilized you, I guess in my next turn I could have probably ran over to Armin. I just
Uriah.
Uriah.
I'm Armin.
Yeah, that's right. My bad.
I'm
Left-handed
Armin.
dyslexia.
Yeah.
And
your military left.
But, I just, I for some reason, dumbass reason, I was thinking he was okay. I don't know why I thought that. I thought I could go swing on him, and we were both going to be okay. That's what it was. That's what it was. I was thinking that I stabilized the cleric. He was going to be up and could heal Armin. I mean, fucking Uriah. But then I realized after I done got engaged in combat, the cleric was still unconscious. He just wasn't going to bleed to death.
Yeah, that's why I tried to Brax is going to notice that my character isn't actually there. He's not moving.
Yeah.
But
because that I yelled, go help them. Then I took off and realized, shit, I just yelled to an unconscious person.
Yep. But you see, that's one of those things too that it's kind of, we'll never know what could have happened, because I still firmly believe if you would have tried to go and do that, the goblin would have gotten an AOO on you, and so would have the dragon. And so both of them getting attacks of opportunity on you probably wouldn't have downed you, and you may have gotten over to Uriah, but then they would have just been right there, because you would have had to use your action to stabilize him, and then they get 2 more attacks on you, and of course it's always up to the DM too, like if, cavalry comes riding up or something or whatever, but it's one of those, like, you just don't know in those situations.
AKA Tommy.
Yeah. Right.
Yeah, I had to.
Oh, dude, I knew right then.
I'm going to be
the DM's just trying to keep. The one cavalry he has is like the kid. I kind of, get out of here, kid.
I'm surprised he wasn't Brax, you betrayed me. I hate you, and then tries to stab you.
All right, no, just when the DM said that a kid you kind of recognize, I was like, holy crap! I just about shit all over myself, dude.
Well, you know what's funny? The thing that I keep thinking about is these fuckers made it down here at the same time we did, and we left 2 days before they did. It's like we should have just, they didn't have to hopped in this wagon.
I guess they didn't have to go through. We had to stop and fight in, the cave with the freaking centipedes eating an adventurer. I mean,
Yeah.
Every place that you've gone, you've probably inadvertently saved that convoy.
Really, that's
Yeah,
hilarious.
so stop and think about that for a moment before you get down out of shape about how taking you.
Yeah, but if
But
we were with that
I mean,
convoy, we could have protected them then too.
We're a convoy.
you could have, but they would have faced far more danger than you engaging. That's why
Right.
America fights its wars overseas rather than, we'll get them when they get here. You know what I mean?
Right.
Sure,
Right.
sure.
Because there's no guarantee that somebody on that convoy doesn't get killed because you guys are busy fighting and getting the shit beat out of you by Kron.
It helps they don't know where America is, so.
That too.
It helps having two oceans, but But man, it was a killer adventure. Cannot believe we come so close to dying. Of course, hell, I say that we did lose a guy, but
Yeah.
But now
if anything, go ahead.
I'm dying. Don't worry about me.
That's what I said, dude. Are you going to live to finish this campaign, or are you going to George R. Martin out on us? Or
I'm probably gonna RR Martin after killing everyone. Kill everyone's favorite character.
Right.
Yeah, right.
Tommy
It's not
dies.
even going to be intentional.
The prince dies.
Yeah, Tommy is going to suffer.
Right.
Sir Reginald dies.
Stark. Oh my God! If Sir Reginald dies, I quit. I'm kidding.
So
I'm kidding, of course.
We can expect to see Sir Reginald again then.
Potentially. There's the potential for it. Yeah.
Right.
What role he'll play, I don't know. That really depends on
betrayer to the king
with you guys.
Right. The Kingslayer.
Yeah. Oh
wow! Don't you put that on me, Ricky Bobby?
Yeah, that's vicious, bro. That's vicious. Should have named Tommy Walker, Texas Ranger.
Oh my God! Yes, his name is now Tommy Walker.
Tommy Walker. Yeah.
Oh,
that's
goodness.
awesome. Dude, hell of a round, boys. Hell of a round.
Yeah, it's always good fun.
I got to start getting the second adventure set up.
So I will say
adventure book.
4 hours.
Yeah, let's say, how far are we in the book series that you've kind of cultivated this around?
You are nearing the end of book one. You have a relatively minor section to go through. You'll approach once you wake up tomorrow, or wake up on Wednesday. That's an odd thing to say. You guys will encounter a choice, and then based on that choice will determine how long the adventure continues. For this book,
I choose to go home. Adventure over.
I choose to go home. Well, on your way home, you happen to be eaten by a Kron.
Good enough.
No way, dude. I've already got one under my belt. I'm ready to start chopping those things down like chickens.
This book,
dude. Why didn't we cook that fucker up? Man, I bet that tastes
because I was
delicious.
bleeding out of my ass. One guy was dead, and you were unconscious. Just at this point, and we had Tommy all Mad Max. I was just glad to get everybody in a freaking wagon and off to a farm.
So you notice this is the thing. I'll point this out, that as soon as my dwarf went down and you said he was unconscious and stuff, then whenever you said he started to like come to, but he was still kind of out of sorts, I was just like, I'm going to see how Brax plays this. Like, I'm not going to contribute shit. So all the way up until got us in the farmhouse, I'm laid up in the bed, it was all Brax. And I was happy with that, because it's like, Brax kind of like looks to me a little bit like, hey, what do you think, Tokar? You know, what we should do with this? So I wanted to see. Well, I can say he didn't get any meat from the dragon. He didn't get any scales for armor. He left our horses. He didn't even think about our horses. He left his javelins. He left his javelins. So it's like, it's all this culmination. It's like, Brax, God, you're terrible, man.
But you live,
our resources. Yeah, meanwhile, you're in the land of buxom dwarven women, fading in and out, drooling all over the backside of Brax as he's carrying you. Then he's got Uriah under the collar, dragging him off to the other side,
getting ready to search his body.
to throw him onto the cart, to throw you onto the cart, to make sure Tommy's in the cart and Tommy's family's in the cart.